The fast expressed regret. But repair requires more than expression. It requires action. After his death, 1 Peter 3 records, Christ suffered once for sins, the righteous. For the unrighteous being put to death in the flesh, but made alive in the Spirit, in which he went and proclaimed to the spirits in prison. Because they formerly did not obey, when God's patience waited in the days of Noah, Jesus descended to the dead, specifically to those from Noah's generation, the very ones destroyed in the flood. Why that specific generation? Because they were the ones God had grieved over. The sick he couldn't save then, but came to save now. The full arc becomes clear. The flood judgment destroys the wicked. The baptism, the dove, identifies the healer. The wilderness, God mourns what the flood required. The descent, God offers what wasn't available before. But at the cross, something changes. Instead of God punishing the people for their wickedness, Jesus said, "Forgive them, they know not what they do." The rainbow covenant said, "Never again by water." But the new covenant reveals the fuller promise. When Jesus breathed his last, the veil of the temple tore from top to bottom. God himself ripped open the barrier. The way was opened. Now the flood would come again. Not water bringing death, but Spirit bringing life. At Pentecost, the Spirit comes like rushing wind and fire flooding the earth, just as waters once did. But now the flood brings life. The same God who destroyed the wicked with water now floods the earth with his Spirit. Noah's dove brought a branch, signaling a path had opened. At baptism, the dove identified the branch. At the cross, Jesus forgave instead of punished. The veil ripped. At Pentecost, the Spirit flooded. Water of judgment. Water of identification. Forgiveness instead of punishment. Spirit flooding. The same God who flooded the earth to destroy sin now floods it with his presence to save sinners. The methodology changed. The heart never did. And those who died in the flood finally heard what God wished he could have told them then. I came for you too.